Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hello, people. Good evening from Warsaw, Poland.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, wherever you're joining us from. Maybe it's morning where you are, so good morning to you. It's evening
Good
where we are.
morning.
Cold Friday
Yes,
evening, but it's good to be here.
yes, with a lot of snow
Yeah,
and
yeah,
ice.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, we're excited to be here this evening.
Yeah, let's
Hello.
see. I think we've got one person on. Let's see. So let's just hang out a bit and
Yeah,
wait for a
yeah.
couple of.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna be here for a while to allow more and more people
Yeah,
join us.
right.
We can see you joining us.
Uh
Make sure
huh.
to leave a
Yeah,
comment, say hello, just keep typing because that's how we can see you. That's
yeah,
how we can know you're here. Keep typing, keep replying.
yeah. I think Onia Olua Lonimi is on and she says, "Good day, everyone." Yeah, good to meet you too,
Sarah
Olua
is
Lonimi.
here.
All right, great.
Hello, Sarah. Sarah is here. Yes, so this is how we can know that you're here, and we're just going to be hanging out
Yeah,
for about 5 minutes before we start anything. So please inform everybody else if you've
yeah.
invited someone, just send them the link again and say they are live right now. Come in and let's listen to this together. Join the conversation. We want to hear from you.
Yeah,
We want
right.
to hear from you.
All right.
Bonjour,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Bonjour,
Kisses.
ça va. All right, great.
Yes. So we will basically we'll be reading your comments from here. That's how we'll know that you're joining us. So keep dropping your comments. How was your day, guys?
Yep.
How was your day? Like we said here, it's
Yeah,
all
it's cold and
cold,
snowy.
snowy, and well, we've had such an eventful day.
Yeah, quite long day, but
Quite long and
very good.
eventful here.
Yeah.
How was your day and how are you all doing? This is a couch chat
Yeah, just
series.
relax and
Yes, and this will be for every Friday in February. I'm ex-
hopefully.
hopefully I am excited
Yeah,
and I'm hoping that we're gonna pull this off every Friday in February.
yeah,
Pray for grace for us, but I'm also looking forward to a very relaxed and rich conversation with you. So
right.
keep dropping any comments if you're going to be saying something to us. We're going to be reading it out loud because this is a conversation. So just come in here, come in here.
Yeah, so it's not going to be a monologue.
Yes,
We're going to try as much as possible to engage you guys and
yes,
make it fun. Just Friday evening
yes.
chill. Let's have this
Yes,
conversation
yes.
together.
So, guys, where are you all joining us from? We can see that we have some audience already. Where are you all joining us from? Please let us know in the comment section. Vicky, welcome here. Good evening. And yeah, Sarah is joining from Canada. Oh my God, I can't call out the name of your town. It looks so long, but I love it. Welcome here. Yeah, it's cold. I can imagine it's cold where you are as well. Vicky's in Abuja, Nigeria.
Yeah.
Welcome here. I love that there are people joining us from all over,
Hmm.
and we can actually share perspectives, and have that rich, beautiful
Yeah.
conversation. Elizabeth, welcome in here. Welcome from Lagos, Nigeria.
Yeah. Lagos, Abuja,
Yes.
Saskatchewan, and
Oh, you called that so well.
yeah, of course. Yeah, and
And yeah.
yeah, Nigeria. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So keep dropping your comments, keep conversing with us. Also, what are the we know that we have things that we want to
Yeah.
discuss with you, that we want to talk about, but you can also tell us what do you want us to talk about. If you have a question, start to put it in the comment section.
Yeah.
We will go through it and we will make sure that we also answer it. So we're just chilling here for the next 5 to 6 minutes so that everybody will come in here. I can see Nkiru from Warsaw,
Yeah.
Poland.
That's good.
Welcome, darling. Welcome here. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing to see you all hanging. We're just chilling so that everybody will be here, as many people as possible just before we start.
Yeah, you can just, share the link
Share
and
the
send
link.
them to your friends on
Yes, please.
WhatsApp and,
Yes, please.
let them join us.
Yes, please. Send
I'm
the
going to do
link.
that too very
Exactly.
quickly.
We're just
So,
going to put it on our own status as well, just before we go into the main thing. So please just do that. And you can let us know that you've shared it by commenting share, share, share. Just put a comment here. I have shared. We are doing that right away, telling everyone that we are here already. I have to I have to put this okay, this is good. I can put it here on my status stories, but you've got to put the link. Okay, when you're sharing, put the link, put the link there. Yes, we're just chilling for 5 6 minutes to allow everybody in. Good evening, Isaac. Where are you joining us from? Good evening. I am Hamza. Isaac, thank you very much for letting the community know that we're live. I can see our team members, they make this happen. Welcome here, everyone. Welcome here. This is the
yeah.
Couch Talk series by us. And we are live. We're just trying to share the link. So share the link again when you're here and let everyone know that we are live. Let's join the conversation. So we've said that when you just keep dropping us comments, if you have questions, just put it
Yeah.
even right now. Just put it right
Just
now.
drop your comments, drop your questions, and,
Yes.
as we
Yes.
go on, we're going to talk along the lines.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're also saying that this is it's a conversation. It's not just going to be us speaking or anything. It's going to be a conversation. So I'm trying to put it on my status right now and putting the link here to say that we're live, guys,
Mm.
and come in here. Let's have a meaningful, beautiful conversation together. So welcome. We see you guys. We see you. How we can know you are here is if you drop a comment for us. So
Mm.
when you just come in, you just drop a comment and we surely know that you are here. Thank you guys. Welcome.
Okay, great.
Okay, we'll just be starting in a bit. We'll be starting in a bit. Uh, share the link.
And of course, let's know where you're watching from. I see Isaac is on,
Hmm.
Jadida is on,
Hmm.
Hamza is on. All
Beautiful.
right, good, good. So let's get more people join us. We've got 10 now,
Okay,
thereabout. Okay,
amazing. Welcome here, everyone.
great. Okay, Jadida says Lagos, Nigeria.
Welcome from
Right.
Lagos, Nigeria. How is Lagos this evening? We
Yeah,
have a lot of snow and ice. How is
right.
Lagos? Warm, I guess. Welcome,
Yeah.
Jadida. Welcome here. Okay, so I've put that on my stories. We're live, and the link is there. Thank you. Welcome here.
Yeah.
All right. So it's exactly 9:37 minutes into this series. Welcome everyone once again. This is the Thriving series, Couch Talk with um, Dr. Tade
Yeah.
and Tolutola
And
Omotosho.
Coach Tolutola. Yeah.
And you know, um, we said that this is going to be a conversation. So when we're speaking, just let us know when you relate to something. Let us know what you think about it. Let us know if you disagree with something. Let's talk about it, and then we'll just kick
Yeah.
we'll just kick on. I've made some notes and where we're going to start from today. By the way, we've introduced ourselves, and this is the platform of Thrive Hub Global Community. Thrive Hub is a community that we've just set up,
Yeah.
to exchange ideas, to grow together, to learn together with
Mm-hmm.
great minds. So, in the community, you find great minds like yourself,
Yeah.
and we just do life together, ask questions, and so if you're part of the community, if you're new in the community, you're welcome. If you're already part of it, you know how we roll, and just keep being involved, and let's have a meaningful community as we go along. All right, so this evening we're introducing thriving relationships, and we are going to be talking about we're going to be talking to singles as well as married couples like us,
Yeah.
about how to be better, how to make your relationship better, how to make your marriage better. And the first place we would like to start, by the way, once again, I just want to appreciate our team.
Yeah.
Please celebrate our amazing
Mm-hmm.
team at Thrive Hub Global. Celebrate
Yeah.
Isaac, Yemi, celebrate Elizabeth, celebrate
Somadina,
Somadina,
Isaac,
celebrate Collins,
Collins,
celebrate all
Alice.
Alice, everyone in the
Yeah.
Thrive team.
Right. Right.
Amazing people, amazing
Great.
people.
Great.
We don't do this alone. All right. So as I was saying, um, we are going to start from the standpoint of what I always say, that if you want something to be better, if you want some aspect of your life to be better, you have to be better. And a friend sent a voice note to me the other day and said, Tolu, this marriage thing, I've discovered that it's not all about changing your spouse, it's all about you changing.
Mm.
And she got to understand this. And this is where we're starting from. We're going to start from the point of wholeness. Why are we going to be talking about wholeness in relationship?
Mm.
Because you have to be whole in yourself
Mm-hmm.
before you are joined to someone else.
Yeah.
If there are issues, baggages in your life, then you'll be carrying it along to join someone else's,
Mm-hmm.
life.
Yeah.
So, as a single person, you want to take your time and make sure that you are that whole person.
Yeah.
You are healed from any trauma that you've had in the past. You are aware.
Mm-hmm.
You know what your triggers are.
Mm-hmm.
Can somebody feel me tonight? Like,
Yeah.
I want to start from the point of wholeness,
Mm-hmm.
because having been married for we've been married for
12,
12
13
years. We're
years
going to be 13 years in
this year.
marriage, by the way, this year, next month. And I've seen that
Mm.
even for someone who has a good perspective, good values,
Yeah.
you have to keep working on yourself.
Mm.
And so if you're a single person right now, rather than sitting and thinking, oh, I'm still single, there's nobody, I haven't found the one, why don't you work on yourself?
Mm.
Work on yourself. If you're getting that, please put that in the comment. Work on yourself. Be that whole person before you are joined to someone else. And I made some note here. Be whole. When we talk about being whole, we talk about the 5 C's. Is
Yeah.
anybody listening? The 5 C's. The 5 C's. Put that in the comment section if you got that. The five what? The 5 C's.
Seas.
We're going to talk about being whole in yourself before you are even joined to somebody else, before you even take somebody else into your life or add yourself into someone else's life. The 5 C's. Who's listening to me tonight?
Yeah.
And the first C that I want to mention, don't worry, we're going to go into all of those juicy, juicy parts you want to hear. I know you want to hear our stories. I know you want to hear about, and we're going to go into all that. I know you want to hear about, intimacy in marriage for the married couples. I see you, and sex and all of that. And we're going to go into all of that. It might not be today, it might be the next series, but we're going to go into all of that. But then let's talk about the 5 C's of wholeness before you join your life with someone else. And I've put here the first C is choose self awareness. Choose self awareness. It means that be aware of your triggers, be aware of your strengths, be aware of your weaknesses, be aware of what you want to do with your life, be aware of who you are, your personality. It will amaze you that some of us or someone still listening today can't say this is who I am. Can you say to someone, if someone says, who are you? How would you describe yourself? Can you actually tell them? So, going into a relationship, you want to be self aware. Choose to be self aware. Choose to be self aware. Know all of your triggers. Know all where you are coming from. Know your background. Are you from a polygamous family? Has that affected you in any way? Do you have triggers? Do you have traumas? Do you have, listen, these are the things you will deal with in marriage. These are the things that will resurface in your life. So the first C we're going to talk about is what? Choose awareness.
Awareness.
Choose self-awareness. That's the first C we want to talk about. And being aware of yourself is so good. You will be able to know who blends with you.
Yeah.
You will be able to choose rightly. You would know what direction you should go. You would know what is the next step for your life. So I'm talking to even married couples right now. If you haven't gotten to that stage where you are very self-aware, where you can say that, listen, this is who I am. This is what I know that I can do. These are the things I can do. These are my competencies. This is that. Then how will you even communicate that with your spouse? So if you're married right now, please note that down. Choose self-awareness. Sit down with yourself and say, who am I? What are my triggers? What is going on in my life? What direction am I going? What are my tendencies? What are my strengths? What do I want my spouse to compliment me for? It's very funny sometimes when our spouse asks us, what will make you happy? You'll be like, I don't even know. What do you want? You don't even know. So choose self-awareness. This is not just for singles. Somebody write in the comment, choose self-awareness. Now, the second one, sweetheart, maybe you want to talk about it. Choose healing.
Yeah, I mean, I think just to go one step back, talking about self-awareness, oftentimes we've said that over and over again that if you don't know who you are, you will answer to whom you're called. And if you don't know the truth about yourself, you're going to be so confused.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you're getting into a car
Yeah.
and you don't know where you're going. Then the car is going to drop you off.
Anywhere.
Wherever the car drops you off, you've got to calm down, right? So the idea of choosing self-awareness is so important because it's about compatibility also. I mean, it's not such a bad thing to have, issues in the past, traumas and, difficult childhood, emotional distress and all of that. It's not so bad. But it's important that you are aware of it.
Yes.
You try as much as possible to deal with it. And then, I'm not saying that it would be so bad to have two people that have, trauma living together. Of course, they can deal with it and overcome it and all of that. But the point is, be aware so that when, things start to happen, you can say, okay, this is why this
It's
is happening to
happening.
me, or this is why we don't understand each other in our relationship, especially for married people or people in relationships. So when you're self-aware, your, like she said, your challenges, your weaknesses, the
Yes.
things that triggers you and all of that, and you are able to find the solution. You're
Yeah.
able to find what works.
Yeah.
So being self-aware is so important, because it's going to determine how
Yeah.
you're going to function as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's a
Yeah.
very important point.
Very important point. I Let me tell you a story about a young lady who got married, and she just discovered that this is a true life story, and she just discovered that she used to think and really think about her wedding night, how she was going to have intimacy with her husband and everything. But she discovered that from the night of her wedding till about almost 2 years, when she sought healing, when she sought therapy and counseling, she didn't want to have sex at all. It irritated her. Even she was surprised. She didn't know that she had those tendencies, but she forgot that she had an experience in the past. And as a teenager, she was raped. And even then, she didn't know that it was going to affect her when she got married. But that's where self awareness comes in.
Yeah.
When you can say, this has happened to me in the past, I need to talk to you about it, so that we know, so that I know, so that you know, so that when issues happen, we will know where the problem is coming from.
You can easily find the
And you
solution
can
and
easily
deal with
find
it.
the solution. Exactly.
Yeah.
So she was thinking, oh, maybe it's because we're tired, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. She didn't go back to her past to deal with it. And so that's why we're talking about self-awareness. Now, listen, if you are already married here, it's something that even even for us, even for me as an individual, sometimes I sit down and I say, why do I have this mindset? Is it because something has happened to me in the past? I was talking to a friend the other day, and we talked about how we tend to put a barrier sometimes to people who want to be our friends. And we discovered that it was because of our experiences in the past. So you want to be self aware about all those things. Choose self awareness. We have to go quickly. And the second one is related to that. Choose healing.
Yeah.
Choose healing. Even being married, you need to look at what things you need to deal with and actually deal with them. That's healing. Whatever it will take you. If it will take you crying it out, if it will take you talking it out, if it will take you therapy, if it will take you, listen, therapy is not bad. Don't let anybody stigmatize therapy and counseling. No, these things are things that God has put in place. God has put people, given people knowledge. People study therapy in school just to help you. If that's what psychologist, if you need to go and do such things, talking to mentors, talking to your coaches, talking to someone who can actually help you deal with those issues, okay, then you are choosing healing. Even now that you're married, if you've discovered that there are things in your marriage that this is just coming up over and over and over again, you want to look back at, where is this problem coming from? Do I have to heal so that I won't bleed on my partner? Do I have to heal so that I won't bleed on my partner? So choose healing. And the third one
I
here.
think very quickly, just to add to that, I think most of the points that we'll be talking about, the 5 C's, right? The main idea is that, there is nothing you want to achieve in life that you cannot if you are deliberate. So I think the main idea here is, in our relationships, in our marriage, we have to understand the need to be deliberate, because the idea is there's a result you want to achieve, which is for some people happiness, and all of that. Most people, I would even say happiness, right? So for you to achieve that happiness, what are the things that you need to do? What are the things that would help you achieve it? And one of them, some of them are these things, we're talking about the
Mm-hmm.
C's.
Yes.
When you're aware of yourself, it's easier to make choices, right?
Yes.
You know why your partner behaves the way she behaves,
Yes.
supposing you've talked about those issues. Healing. If you're not healed, if you're hurting, there will always be a reaction. So whatever kind of healing, we all need healing. That's just the
Yes.
truth from
That's
one
it.
thing or the other, right?
That's it.
So we must constantly pursue healing. It might be in
Mm.
different ways. You might be talking about it. You might be
Mm.
praying about it. It might
Mm.
be, whatever way you need healing. So identify those areas of your life, those issues, hurts, pain, etc., where you need healing.
Mm.
It might not even be as a result of what your partner has done. It might be in
Mm.
many cases as a result of things that might have happened in the past. Yeah.
That's so
So
important, sweetheart.
that's about, so being deliberate. That's the word I
Mm.
want to emphasize here. So most of these things are based on the fact that we want happiness in our marriages, in our
Mm.
relationship. We've got to
Mm.
be intentional.
Deliberate.
We've got to be
Intentional.
deliberate. Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
That's so important, sweetheart. That's so important. Yes. So again, welcome everyone. Please share this link.
Yeah.
Share this link
Right.
if you think that this conversation is important. You want someone to hear it. You want your girlfriend, your fiance, somebody, your spouse to actually hear this. So share it with them. Bring them in.
Yeah.
Actually, bring them in here. So choose healing. He has said it all. Be deliberate about it. We need healing. We all do.
Yeah.
And constantly we need to look at what we need to heal from. And the next is also related to that. What voices are in your head? The third C, change your inner voice. What voice is speaking to you? What are the voices you're hearing? How do you talk to yourself? How do you talk to yourself? How do you talk to yourself? Right now, I want to do something for 1 minute. Every one of us on this stream, say something to yourself. Say something to yourself. I am what? I am what? What are you calling yourself right now? I am I am sweetheart.
I am
I am
excited. I am
intelligent.
happy.
I
I'm a happy
have great
person.
energy.
Yeah, I'm a positive
I am
person.
positive.
I am improving
Yes.
myself. I am getting better
I am
every
getting
day.
better
I'm
every day.
becoming the man I want to be, the
Yes.
defender
Yes,
of my
sweetheart.
family, the
Yes.
lover of my
Yes.
queen, a defender to my children, an inspiration to my family. I am a man of virtue. Yeah, I'm a
Speak.
deliberate man.
Speak, guys. I
Yeah,
want
I'm
you
a
to
rich
type it.
man. I'm a powerful
I want
man.
you
I'm
to
a
type it
strong
in this
man. I'm a
comment
healthy
section.
man. What are you saying to
What are you
yourself?
saying to yourself? Change your
Yeah.
inner voice. That's the third C. Change your inner voice. I'm going to read some of the comments here. I'm strong. I am enough for myself. Yes, you are. Yes, yes, yes. These are the things you want to keep saying to yourself because your words determine your energy most of the
Yeah.
time. I told you today I had a very eventful day. Eventful doesn't quite scratch it, it doesn't describe it. I had a very hard day. And this evening, when I was getting ready for this stream, I had to speak to myself. Really, I had to open my mouth and actually hear myself say that, Tolutola, you are doing this tonight. Tolutola, you are not this. Whatever it was that happened during the day. And I said the opposite of it to myself. You have to change your inner voice because the situation, circumstances will
Yeah.
try to bring you down. Life in itself will try to squeeze you, squeeze all the energy,
Yeah.
squeeze all the juice from you. You have to speak to yourself. You have to be deliberate, like he has said,
Yeah.
to say that this is me, this is who I am, this is who I am going to be. Words are powerful.
Yeah.
Change your inner voice because when you do this, we're talking about wholeness, still talking about wholeness. Before you get into any relationship or in your marriage right now, we're talking about you being whole.
Yeah.
We're not talking about your partner right now changing something. We're talking about you being whole. The third C, choose change your inner voice. What have you
Yeah.
been saying to yourself?
Yeah, and I think it's important to really emphasize that because we live in a world today where there are so many voices. I mean, there are so many
Oh my
voices. There
God.
are so many from social media
Yes,
to
sweetheart.
the news of
Yes.
earthquake in
Yes.
Turkey. I
It's
mean,
a
there is
mess.
so much clumsiness. There is
Yeah.
so much voice
Yeah.
out there that if you're not careful, you can go crazy.
You drown.
So again, it goes back to the other point. We have to be intentional.
Yes.
We have to be deliberate. And guess what? Sometimes you have to really get onto the driver's seat of your life and
Yes.
say, no matter what's happening around me,
Yes.
apart from God,
Mm.
I'm the next person in control of my life.
Yes.
You shouldn't let the things around you or what people say
Mm.
determine your reality.
Mm.
Your reality should be shaped and determined by what you are
Mm.
saying to yourself,
Mm.
that deep inner conviction of who you believe that you
Mm.
are, which is
Mm.
against whatever the situation around you is
Mm.
saying. Just
Mm.
like Joseph was in prison, but he
Mm.
wasn't saying to himself that he is a prisoner. He was saying,
Mm.
I'm a king. I'm a
Mm.
king. I'm a king. So we need to get to that point where we understand that, yeah, people are going to come around, encourage us,
Yes.
do all the stuff. But guess what? At the end of the day, it is
It's
about
you.
you. What are you going to say to yourself?
Yeah.
Are you going to get up on your feet and,
Absolutely.
discard the voices that are saying you are not enough, or the
Yeah.
voices that are saying you cannot?
Yeah.
Say to yourself, I can. And that's what the scripture says.
Yeah.
I can do all things
Yeah.
through Christ who
Yeah.
strengthens me. So
Yeah.
let's bubble with that,
Yeah.
and let's let that energy push us on,
Yeah.
and let it strengthen us.
Yeah. Let me tell you again something that happened today, and that is the importance of you being that whole person for yourself and then for your partner. I told you I had a hard day, and in the midst of all of that, at a point, I al- I broke down, and he he started to speak to me. He started to speak to me. This is not who you are. This is it. This is it. This is it. And I had to keep quiet for a while and listen to him. And guys, this is important because if he was not that person who speaks value to himself, who speaks positive words, who speaks good things to himself, and he didn't have that value and that
Mindsets,
mindset, how will he be able to help me in that situation? We will just be rolling together in whatever it was that I was going on about. That's the importance of you being whole, first of all, for yourself and then for your partner. Thank you, sweetheart, for today.
yeah.
Love you.
Yeah.
So, really, guys, it is like this. It is like this that when you watch your inner voice, it also affects your relationship. Now, let's move quickly. Choose kindness, kindness for
Yeah.
yourself and for your partner. Listen, when I see a lot of issues happening, and even in our own lives, I have noticed that, like somebody would say, just marry someone who is kind. Kindness is really important. Really. Someone who is, first of all, kind to themselves, self love, first of all. So they are confident. So they love themselves. They are able to love you. They are able to be kind to you. Marry someone who is kind because, like they say in Nigeria, it gets why. It means that there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
You need someone who is kind because on days when you mess up, you will mess up. On days when you are not yourself, on days when you are not that your bubbling self, you need someone who is kind. On those days when you make silly mistakes, you need someone who is kind. On those days when you fail, you need someone who is kind. On those days when you can't
Yeah.
be anything to anybody at all, there are days when I don't even have the strength to be a mom. Who can relate? I don't even have strength to be anything to anybody. Marry someone who is kind enough to understand you. And then you be that kind person to yourself and to your partner. Choose kindness to yourself and others. And so that's the fifth C.
Yeah.
Can somebody tell me the fifth C? The fifth C in the comment section. Choose
Choose
kindness
kindness.
to
Yeah.
yourself and to your partner. Practice it as a single person. Being kind to yourself, it will help you to be kind to your partner when you eventually come into a relationship or marriage. And the
Yeah, I
last
think
C.
just before you move on,
Okay,
so
sweetheart.
talking about being kind, I think one of the most important thing is the fact that, being kind also means that you might in many cases put others before yourself, which
Hmm.
means that, so for example, in our own marriage, for example, I don't really need to wait for her to do the dishes or to do the
Hmm.
cooking when I know
Hmm.
especially that she's tired. So
Hmm.
I don't get home expecting to have food on the table.
Hmm.
Sorry if I disappoint you, because I know she's gone to work and
Hmm.
I've gone to work. So when she gets home, I expect her to rest and do whatever she needs to do. I can get into the kitchen and get my own food ready. I mean, of course, with every sense of humility and respect to women out there. But I feel that being kind also means that you understand that your spouse needs rest, and we do it mutually. When there are things that normally I should have done, and for one reason or the other I'm not able to do it, she takes on the role and does it. So I think being kind means that we are able to also we take initiative, and we
Hmm.
don't really
Wait for
wait for
roles.
each other to say, okay, oh, it's your role and you have to do it.
Hmm.
No, I
Hmm.
mean, we must understand that we're humans. We all get tired. We
Yes.
forget. We
Yes.
make mistakes, and we
Yes.
must give that allowance to be
To each
kind,
other.
and then speaking to each other in kindness.
Kindness.
So I think these
Yes.
are real issues that
Wow. This is
we should
deep.
really
This is
talk about.
This is really deep, and there will be a point when we're going to talk about roles in marriages. Should there be roles? And
Mhm.
these are the things we'll be talking about. Thank you, sweetheart, for bringing that up,
Yep.
because being kind also means, like sweetheart has said, don't wait for each other to do things. Don't say,
Mm.
this is what you are supposed to do. When I hear this kind of things, it baffles me, because you're supposed to be a team. You're supposed to help each other. You're supposed to be best of friends,
Yeah.
not waiting for someone to fail,
Mm.
not waiting for them to say, okay, you are supposed to be the one to do this. Look, now you didn't do it.
Yeah.
That's not kindness. So, married, single, choose kindness. Speak to each other kindly. Those times when you've not spoken to each other kindly, go back and say sorry and learn from it. We
Mhm.
do that. It's not every time we get it right, it's not every time we remember. And when we fall short, we go back and say, I'm sorry I spoke like this.
Yeah.
No, you don't deserve to be spoken to like this. And we learn from that and then move on again to the next stage. So choose kindness and all of what sweetheart has said.
Yeah.
It is important. I'm just going to read a few comments from here, and I see all the things you're saying to yourself. I'm a champion, Jadida. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I'm getting better and bigger. Yes, you are. I'm valuable. I'm handsome. I'm fruitful. I live a life of impact. Yes, you are,
Mm.
Elizabeth. I am a co-creator with God. Yes, Yemi, you are. I can. Mindset is everything. That's
Mhm.
very true,
Yeah.
Omolara. That is true. And so Medina, I am a king. Yes, you are. Yes, you
Mhm.
are. Yes, and uh Yemi says, yes, I can relate. Yes. Sarah says, bless you, sir. God bless you,
Yeah.
sweetheart. Yes, and that is it. That is kindness. Now, so the last C, very quickly. Choose happiness and fulfillment. Choose happiness and fulfillment. What do I mean? When I was putting this down, what I had in mind is, whether as a single person, in a relationship, or married, make sure that you don't you are not sacrificing your happiness or your fulfillment. Let me explain that again. It means that in all that you are doing, you are making sure that you are not losing yourself. You are not losing yourself. Yes, you must have forgotten about some things, but you are not losing yourself. You are choosing happiness daily. You are choosing to be fulfilled. You are choosing to pursue also your purpose and your
Yeah.
purpose together that makes you guys happy, that makes you both fulfilled. So, in your being single, choose happiness, choose fulfillment, focus on
Yeah.
happiness, focus on building that life that is fulfilling for yourself. And when I was putting this down, something came to my mind. Ignore getting validation from people,
Yeah.
ignore comparing your life, ignore all those things. Customize your own life and make your own happiness yours.
Yeah.
Let your happiness be yours. Okay, whatever makes both of you happy, whatever makes you fulfilled as a single person, as a married person, whatever makes you fulfilled, make sure you're choosing that daily. So the last C is choose happiness and fulfillment. Did you get that? Did you get that? Now, here is 1 minute. In 1 minute, please drop a comment. What have you gotten from the 40 minutes that we've been on the stream? It's very important before we go into the last about 15-20 minutes and we'll round off today's series. What is your take home from this 40 minutes, first of all, from the wholeness that we've talked about? I like that we started from the point of wholeness because
Yeah.
it is the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
is the foundation. It is.
Yeah.
So just put it in the comment section. Put a sign. What is it that you've just gotten from this 40 minutes? Is it the 5 C's? What is it? Which one of it strikes you the most? Which one of you can you relate to the most? Which one of it are you going to pursue the most? Sweetheart, as I was writing this,
Yeah.
and the one that I think that personally I would like to pursue more
Mm-hmm.
is actually choosing kindness
Okay.
for myself and for others. Yes, in some ways, yes, we already do that. I already do that, but I want to go deeper into kindness. Being kind, being the world is too hard,
Yeah.
so I want to pursue that.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Yeah, I think
What's
for
one
me
of
it
the
would
C's?
be
You,
choosing more happiness. Yeah,
mm,
sometimes, especially when you are single, your goal is just mostly you're looking at yourself.
yes,
But when you get married, as a father, as a mother, there's a
yes,
tendency that
to
you're
lose
seeking more
yourself.
happiness for the kids, for your
Yes,
spouse, and you totally
yes,
forget about yourself.
yes,
But the thing again is, if you break down, if you go crazy, if you're not mentally sound, again, the whole family would be in
yeah,
shatters,
that's
in
true.
shambles, right?
That's
So
true.
at the end of the day, it's absolutely right. Like you said, we need to also really take care of
Of
ourselves,
ourselves,
find
yeah.
that happiness, find that fulfillment,
Yeah.
make sure that we're all right, and then the family is
Yes.
all right.
That's so
Because if you
true.
forget about taking care of yourself and you just focus on your spouse and the kids, and then something happens to you, I mean, they're still not going to be all right
That's
perfectly,
true.
right?
That's true.
So at the end of the
You
day,
can't pour
yeah,
from an empty
empty
cup,
cup,
like we
absolutely.
always say.
Yeah, so
If
there
you are
is
not
need to,
happy,
mhm,
the people around you can be happy.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, that is
Yeah, but of course, at the
absolutely
end of the
true.
day, our goal should be the 180 degrees happiness. So you
Mm,
pursue your own happiness,
and
which
for
in turn
others.
spills over to
Mm-hmm.
the family,
Mm-hmm.
your
Mm-hmm.
spouse, and
Mm-hmm.
then the kids. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is
yeah.
absolutely
Let's move on.
important.
So that,
Yes.
yeah,
So we see all of the things. Thank you so much for dropping your comments and what you're learning. Again, take a minute if you haven't shared this video to share this video. Let someone join the last few minutes of this live stream. Yeah. All right. So, all right, we celebrate you guys. We are going ahead, and
yeah.
I think today the last thing we would like to do, and we would like to do it with you. We would like to do this with you. This is debunking some of the myths. Did I call that
Misconceptions.
right? And misconceptions
Yeah.
about marriage,
Mhm.
okay? And about marital relationships. So I'm going to ask us first in the audience, what are some of the myths? What are some of the misconceptions
Mhm.
that people have
about marriage.
about marriage, about women, about men in marriage. You know what I'm talking about. What is one that comes to your mind right now? Please quickly drop it in the comment section. What are the myths and misconceptions that people have, and that is like almost socially
Yeah.
like widely accepted right now?
Mm.
I can think about two, three, four in my head right now. So I want us to drop it in the comment section.
Okay.
What are those things?
Mm.
What are those things, those myths, those misconceptions about marriage? And then we will talk about it together. Let's do
Yeah.
this together,
So we
guys.
need to wait a bit
Yes, we're
because
going to wait a bit. Yes.
the transmission is slower
Yes.
than.
Yes, of course. Yes, yes, yes. So we're waiting a bit. So think about it. What is one or two misconceptions, myths about marriage that
People
you've heard
have,
about, that people
generally.
have generally? There is one that I'm thinking about, and maybe that will help you remember more myths and misconceptions. Both singles, people in relationship, or even married people, you won't believe that a lot of people, and I hope you don't believe that, believe that every man cheats. Have you heard that before? Do you know that many people just go on social media believe that really, this is a no judgment zone. Do you believe that every man will cheat or cheats? Let's hear so that we will unlearn,
Yeah.
relearn. Okay,
Yeah, let's
this
feel
is
free to
this is
share
one myth.
our views, our perspective. Yeah.
I was listening, sweethearts, to
Mhm.
one interview by
Yeah.
the I think she's a queen.
Mhm.
She's a queen in one of the Yoruba lands in
Okay.
Nigeria. And I don't know, is here. Maybe saw that video. And she was talking, in an interview.
Mhm.
And she literally, made a statement, like a
Okay.
blanket statement, that said, listen, guys, she's advising all single ladies.
Mm.
Don't let anybody deceive you. Every man cheats. And the person who posted that video was like, how exactly can someone just on international TV make this
Mm.
blanket statement? And people were telling her that is a perspective from where she's coming from.
Yeah.
That's what she's seen, probably in her own parents'
Family
house,
growing up.
growing up. Right now, husband probably married three wives,
Mhm.
and all of that. So that's where she's coming from. You can't blame her.
Mm.
So this is one myth, and there are many, many of them. Okay. Said yes, I saw it.
Mhm.
Okay, let me read, sweetheart, some
Yeah.
of the what people are,
Comments. Yeah.
writing here. Okay, Yemi said that the woman must be the cook and the cleaner of the house. Yes, sweetheart.
Mhm.
Just like you were saying, right? So
Yeah.
a lot of people still believe this, that this is it.
Mm.
This is just it. Thank you very much, Yemi. That is so number two. We have two right now. Okay, and then Hamza says many men believe that women are the ones who are supposed to be doing the house
House
chores.
chores.
Very good. That's
Yeah.
it. That's so true. Many
Yeah.
people still believe that. And if you're one person who believes that here, we're not here to judge you.
Mm.
We're here to let you see another perspective to this. Okay, to these myths. So we have three. Guys, let's
Yeah.
drop more of the myths and misconceptions. Sweetheart, can you think about more? And when we have some, then we'll just talk about them real quick. Are there some more you can think about? Myths,
Mm.
misconception in marriage, in relationships. You know, some single guys actually believe that they need to date. It's called something these days. It's like you are dating two or three people at the same time. If you guys know the word I'm looking for, where single guys now date 2 to 3 girls at the same time. What's that word being used these days?
Mhm.
That's another misconception.
Mm.
That's another misconception in relationships and in marriage. Mhm. That's a myth. Okay. Amza says most men believe whenever they have a misunderstanding
Mm.
between their partner, she should be the one to apologize. That's
Yeah.
another one. Thank you, Amza. Thank you very much. That is true. We have four.
Yeah.
Says, yeah, do you
Yeah, I
want to
mean,
eat?
no, no, I think generally most of the myths are connected with either roles or either especially as Africans, we live
Mm-hmm.
in a patriarch, society. So most of the myths are often connected with, the perception of who men should be in the home. So, for
Yeah.
example, like someone already said there, men should not, be the one apologizing,
Mm-hmm.
or men should not cry, or men should not
Yes,
say they're
that's
sorry,
another
or
thing.
men should not cook. So if you
Mm,
look at all these myths, most of them are embedded in the patriarchy,
very society
mindsets
that we
and
live in.
patriarchy society. So,
Yes.
and I think those are some of the myths that we have to unlearn, or
Unlearn.
some of the beliefs that we have to unlearn. There's no reason why, like someone said, that the woman should be the one doing the chores. There's also the myth that the man is the head of the house,
And
yes,
should
and that
bring
he
all
should
the
bring all the
money.
income.
And then you hear, oh, this is
So
another myth. I remember
they're
this,
all
sweetheart.
connected with the
Yes.
patriarchy.
Yes. Have you also heard the woman would say, his money is our money, but my money is mine.
Yeah,
Have you heard that before?
yeah,
Who can
yeah,
relate with
yeah.
that? That's another myth.
Yeah.
That is shouldn't be.
Right,
We
right.
should unlearn that as well. Says another myth is how most people think that once they love each other, the marriage will work out just fine. Oh, love isn't enough.
Yeah, right.
Love isn't enough. I
Yeah.
need to say that again. And if you're watching the stream, please put it in the comment section so that if someone is watching the replay, it can play in their head. Love what? Isn't enough. It's not enough at
Yeah.
all. Those butterflies in your tummy right now, it's not enough.
Mm.
There is more. Thank you, MM. And I know you know this because you're a marriage counselor
Yeah.
as well. Love isn't enough.
Mm.
You need understanding. You need compassion. You need, oh my God, you need a lot more. You need commitment.
Patience,
You
yeah.
need patience. The patience of
Yeah.
in marriage,
Mm.
so you need all of that.
Right.
Yes. So don't get married because I love you. The connection, the chemistry is just,
Yeah.
make sure that every other thing is in place as well. And we're going to talk about that in the next stream on Friday. So don't miss it. You don't want to miss that one.
Mm.
Next Friday, you don't even want to miss it. And you want your significant other to be here next Friday, guys. Okay, if they couldn't make it today. All right. So all of this means let's unlearn it.
Yeah.
The woman shouldn't be the only one doing things in the house. It is your house. Please let's see marriage as a partnership, as a teamwork, as this is
Yeah.
our home. In your home, whether you have anybody else, you're going to eat, won't
Mm.
you? As a man, won't you eat?
Yeah.
You're going to have to clean your house, or would you just leave your house? Except you have a maid. You're going to have to do all these things. So see it as our house
Yeah.
so that nobody will be unhappy. There are many marriages, sweetheart. There are many marriages where one party is not happy, especially the woman. And I say this categorically. Can you relate with that, guys? Can you actually relate? Have you seen that? The woman is not happy because she's tired, because she's overworked, because she's bitter, because she has piled up resentment.
Mm.
because she was pregnant and doing everything, because she was pregnant and still being her husband's sex partner and cleaning the whole house and running a business, and
Yeah.
she's just tired.
Yeah. Mm.
And I just want to take a minute to speak to you today. It doesn't matter who you are. You might be here and you are that woman or you are that man. You are just tired and you're already thinking, this married thing doesn't even pay me. I should have just gone to go and be single. I pray for healing for you. I hope
Amen.
that you'll be able to communicate with your partner, and we're going to get to that. Communicate with your partner and let them know how unhappy you are actually, and how you can work things out. I pray that you will be able to work it out, because nobody deserves to be unhappy
Mm-hmm.
because they married,
Yeah.
because they are married. Okay, so teamwork does the work. Okay, and you would just see that your home is beautiful. You are both happy. Nobody is too tired. Nobody is too stressed. Even if you are tired, you know that you are tired together.
Mm-hmm.
We are both tired, but this is our home. We are doing things for our lives. We are doing things for our home. Sometimes when we are both tired, we know that
Yeah.
it's because we are running things and it's for our own good. So it's not the tired that one person will be resentful, but the tired of it's teamwork. We are doing it together. We're doing this life together. So singles, please put it at the back of your mind. Teamwork. Do
Yeah.
life together.
Mm-hmm.
Do life together. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So we are doing that. Okay. So yeah. And so these are the myths, and I'm just trying to check my note, and the misconceptions
Mm.
in marriage. And we're going to end in about 3 minutes. So stay with us. And um, if you had this mindset earlier, it might be because of where you're coming from, the things that you've seen, your experiences, how your
Mm.
parents did it. We want to tell you today that you can be the change. You don't have to do it the way your parents did it. Customize your life so
Yeah.
that you and your partner will be happy. And start from right now. Start from while you're single. Start from while you're dating. Start to make each other a team. Start to do things for each other, not because you have roles or
Mm-hmm.
gender or
Yeah.
anything. Okay, so start to do it right now. And if you're already married and you think that that's lacking in your marriage, start to communicate with your partner so that you can work together
Mm.
as a team. So that maybe
Yeah.
you want to say
Yeah, I
something to
mean, I
just
think
wrap up.
just wrapping it all up, we started today with the idea of being whole,
Yeah.
for yourself,
Yeah.
because you don't want to get into a relationship or into marriage with those extra, baggages. When two people who are still kind of dealing with issues come together, it's always difficult. So before you get into a marriage or relationship, as much as possible, be whole. All right, be whole, develop yourself, and all of that, because the purpose of coming together is to be stronger and to be better. All right. So that has been dealt with. And then the last part of the point you mentioned
The myths and
was about myth and all of that. So what I've come to realize is that we have to constantly unlearn some of the things we've learned even from our parents, some of the things we've learned from the society, the
environment, the
environment. We have to
society.
unlearn them
Yeah.
and then begin to relearn.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing here tonight, to
Yeah.
try to introduce to you, some of some of the things you might have known might not be the best. All right.
Yes.
And there are now ideas on the table
Yes.
to say, okay, this can work, this
Yes.
can work. So
Yes.
in our home, we don't really believe in gender roles.
Yes.
Okay. Whoever is able to do it, because
Yes.
we're a team.
Yes.
So we want to achieve a goal. The goal is what
Yes.
is the point.
Yes.
So whoever is able to do it,
Achieve that
you don't
goal.
have to be the one doing the cooking.
Yes.
I don't have to be the one doing the cooking.
Yes.
But if I'm home and you're working,
Yes.
the responsibility is on me to do the cooking.
Yes.
So, and that's again talking about kindness and
Yes.
all of that.
Yes.
So I think there's a whole lot to learn.
Yes,
There's a
and
whole
we're,
lot to
we're going to
also,
continue
discuss.
next week, Saturday, by God's grace. I hope Doctor will be able to join me. And we're gonna
Saturday
on
or Friday?
Friday.
Oh, we can do it on Saturday as well.
It could be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Saturday
it
as
could
well.
be. But we'll inform you guys. That session is gonna be, it's gonna be deep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be deeper even than this, and a lot more for married couples. So you want
Yeah.
your spouse to be here. You want your spouse to hear this. If your spouse is not here, your girlfriend, your fiance, your significant other, just send this stream to
Yeah.
them as
Yeah.
well. And we thank you all for joining
Yeah,
us
just
today.
last thing to say. I
Yeah.
mean, just in case you're listening to us and you're thinking, oh, what a wonderful couple, what it no. Listen, we're all trying to be perfect.
Yes.
All right. Don't beat yourself up that things
Mm.
are not working or we're in a relationship. No, we're not perfect. We're learning. And
Mm.
what we're here to do is to be vulnerable, to
Yes.
share our own story, our own
Yes. We'll be
experiences,
sharing a lot
and
more.
also to grow
Yes.
because they say growing old is obligatory. You
Mm-hmm.
can't stop it, but
Mm-hmm.
growing up is
It's
optional.
optional.
So what we're trying to do here is to grow up and have you grow up alongside as we
Yeah.
grow up. So
Yeah.
don't beat yourself up if things are not working the way you want it to be. We're all on the way
Yeah.
to being perfect.
Yeah.
We're all learning together. We're
Yeah.
co-learning.
Yeah.
And that's the joy of doing
Yeah.
this.
And please put together some of the tips we've
Yeah.
talked about tonight, because these are the things that
We
we
are
are
working
also
on.
working on.
Yeah.
So put the things that we've learned together. You can go back to this video and actually bring out the points again and work it together in your relationship,
Yeah. Right.
in your marriage. And I'm sure that we will have good results and
Yeah.
good testimonials from you about this series. Thank you so much,
All
sweetheart,
right.
for doing
Thank you
this with
too.
me.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so we'll see you guys next week.
yes, we'll see you guys next week. Remember, don't succumb to pressure. Remember to be kind
And
to your partner.
keep saying those words to
Yes,
yourself. You
yes.
are who you say you are.
Yes, yes. And lastly, if you are not yet a member of our Inner Circle community, you want to be there. For example, we're going to be discussing this video in the next few days during the week. We're going to be talking about this video and what the views are. So you want to get into the Inner Circle. A team member is going to drop the link to the Inner Circle in the comment section. Team members, please kindly do that. Yemi, Isaac, Somadina, please help us put the link to the Inner Circle in the comment section. Before you leave the stream, just click on the subscribe button so that any videos that Dr. makes or that I do, you're going to be notified about it and you're going to have it on the stream.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We wish we were here. We have more time to
All
actually
right,
gist with
yeah.
you guys, but we have to go.
All right,
Thank you
guys.
so much. We love you so
We
much.
love you
Thank
and see
you.
you next time.
See you.
All right.